Saturday, August 19th, 2006, 4 p.m. Matthew, Chandler, Sally, Brittany, Tiffany, Kellen, Holly, Dylan, and Sydney were riding the escalator down from the train platform to see an elderly woman in a long black coat with a tall hood that came to a point. She was holding a 9x16 cardstock poster that read Torrance, Sally's surname. The old woman had little brown eyes, pale, yet glazed over as if she were blind. She looked so old she may as well have been dead. Her eyes were deeply sunken to the point that they were buggy, and her skin had many liver spots, like a flour tortilla, and was tight enough that her cheekbones looked like they could break the skin if she were to smile. And yet, she had so many wrinkles that even her wrinkles had wrinkles. Her white hair looked brittle, and her frame was near skeletal. She resembled one of those witches from ancient folklore. "Hi, I'm Sally Torrance. I reserved the tower on Dark Road for tonight and tomorrow night," Sally said, approaching the old lady. The eerie granny flexed a bony finger, beckoning the 9 of them to follow her. She didn't speak a word as she let them into a suspiciously nice XL SUV. The ride for 9 and their suitcases was pleasant, as they got to see lots of gorgeous trees, bushes, and a long river that stretched into a beautiful lake. "This is as far as I can take thee," croaked the elderly woman as she eased the brakes at the halfway mark of the lake. The top of the tower cabin was visible and about 50 yards away. "Not even 50 more feet?" Sydney asked, confused. The elderly woman turned and said, "Not even a millimeter, dear child." "Why?" Sally asked, sharing Sydney's confusion. "Get out," the elderly woman said softly. "What?" "Get out." "Come again?" "I said, get the fuck out of my car! Take your shit and go!" The old woman roared at Sally and her friends, unlocking all the doors. The 9 of them immediately unlocked their seatbelts and grabbed the cooler in their suitcases, then watched the elderly woman drive in reverse, peeling out as she turned that car around and left them in the dust. "What do you suppose that was all about?" Kellen asked, talking to no one in particular. "I don't know, man. I just don't know," Sydney replied, extending the handle on her rolling suitcase. The 9 friends marched onto the tower cabin, and hanging from the head jamb of the front door was the key ring. Sally grabbed the keys and tried every key on the ring until the right key fit the keyhole. One side of the cabin had the living room, dining room, and fireplace, had the highest ceiling any of them had ever seen. The 9 of them began up the stairs to see what the other rooms were. On the first level at the top of the stairs, there was a library. Across from it, a room filled with dead plants, and a fancy vintage desk. Up the ladder to the next floor. Up there, they found 3 small bedrooms and a hall closet. There was another ladder to the 3rd floor up. Next to the ladder was a tube slide that stopped at the 2nd floor. The 3rd level up had 2 bedrooms and a portion of the tube slide with an opening in it that allowed an exit or continuation. Next to the slide was another ladder. The 4th floor had 4 bedrooms and the top of the slide. Above the slide, in a 45-degree angled spacing, was a huge circular hole in the ceiling, with a rope hanging out of the center of the grand, dark hole in the ceiling. After peeking into it to see a bunch of antique items and an armoire with chains wrapped around it, the crew picked up their bedrooms, and then went to the room below the first set of stairs, which was a step down from the common area. It was the kitchen, which had a surprising amount of appliances in it, including a toaster and a microwave.